Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Yeah. Craig's stuff. Craig's stuff. Craig's got a lot of stuff. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Craig's Stuff. My name is Craig, and this... Whoa, we got all of this stuff. Oh my god, so much stuff. Hard to grab all at once. This is some of my stuff. Today we're taking a look at the entire 4-inch line of Sonic the Hedgehog movie action figures. Of course, we have here Tails. We got the main man Sonic. We've got Dr. Robotnik and Knuckles. So I'm very excited about these figures. I first want to give a huge shout out to my friends Eric over Adventures in Collecting for finding me Sonic and Tails, and I think it was just Sonic and Tails, and then my buddy Johnny for finding Knuckles and Dr. Robotnik. I forget but I know it was the two of you guys who found me this set, and you all may or may not know, but I love Sonic. And I loved this movie. This movie was fantastic. It was just so much fun. And of course, I had to get the figures for it. Anyway, we just got, of course, the set of 4 figures. All the packaging is pretty much the same, so we'll just take a look at Sonic here. They're all in this nice shaped box, which looks kind of like Sonic's head, which is pretty cool. It says Sonic 2, of course, at the top. Then on the back, shows a nice picture of the figure. Little bio at the top. As well as the other figures in the set. Now, I really have been liking the 4-inch line from Jakks a lot. I think they're doing a really good job, and the price point is just perfect. These are only $10 a piece, which is nuts considering today's market right now. Everything's just skyrocketing, and the fact that you can still get a solid figure for $10. So I really, really appreciate that, Jakks. Anyway, without further ado, it's time, I think, that we pop these suckers open. All right, so here are our 4 figures out of the packaging, and they look fantastic. But before we talk about them, we got to talk about accessories. So each one of them includes a little something. First, we'll start with Dr. Robotnik. He includes this little egg robot, which actually these unfold. So it was in the box, kind of all folded up. But each one of these individually comes off, and I guess is like kind of an egg drone, which is pretty cool. Not really much paint on the outside, but then the inside is actually, they're all painted inside, which is pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Then the coolest thing is that he comes with the coffee cup, which is great. This is fantastic. If you saw the movie, you know, Agent Stone worked at the Mean Bean Coffee House, I think it was called, or something like that, which is, of course, a reference to Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean machine for the Sega. And that fits nicely in his hand, which is fantastic. So love that. Then we get Sonic, who comes with a snowboard, I guess. Although this is supposed to be, I think, just a piece of debris from the movie where him and Knuckles snowboard down the mountain. So that's what that is. That's nice. Tails comes with a gun. I think this is that gun that was used in the movie. I think this was that. That's what this is. I figure like it's just like a taser of some sort, or shoot something. I forget. I do remember this being in the movie. I think what's her face used it. Can't remember her name. And then Knuckles, of course, just like Sonic, comes with the exact same snowboard piece. So nice assortment here. But let's talk about each figure one by one. We will start with, of course, Dr. Robotnik. All right, here is the good doctor, and he actually looks really, really solid. I think they did a really good job sculpting this figure and painting it. It's small. It is very much not in scale with the rest of the figures in the wave, but that's okay. This is a kids line. They're only $10 figures. You can't really expect too much, but it's actually surprisingly good. Especially the head. Look how really solid the head sculpt and the paint apps are. Especially for a $10 figure, it does actually look like Jim Carrey. I mean, that's really solid. Actually, very impressed. There's actually like shading in there too, so there's like that dark shading around the eyes, and then even on the mustache, there's a little bit of shading. So it's like really, really solid. Then his jacket looks good. Of course, the blacks and reds. Then even on his boots, he's got a little bit of gold trim around. So, they did add a little bit of extra where they definitely did not need to. Also, the buttons, too. He's even got those gold buttons. And, pretty solid. Then for articulation, it's not great, but then he's got these weird joints that are surprisingly really good. Starting from the head, he literally just turns side to side. No up or down or anything like that. Then for his, then at the shoulders, they go up well past 90 degrees. They go all the way around. Then he had these double jointed elbows. Look at that. Why would they even, I feel like this is so unnecessary for a figure like this. He's got really, really, really good double jointed elbows. He doesn't have an he doesn't have an upper bicep cut, and his wrists don't even spin. So it's just very funny that he would get that double jointed elbow when you just lack other points of articulation, which is funny. And there's no midsection cut or crunch or anything like that. But then again, back to the crazy articulation, down at the legs, there's so much articulation cuts. He's just on ball joints he's just on ball joints at the hips. So it does move forward and back. Doesn't do too much and splits, but unfortunately his coat gets in the way. But then he has these upper thigh cuts. He has double jointed knees. Look at these double jointed knees. Like, it seems so silly, weird. Like, these are like not usually included in a figure like this. That he's got the double joints and the thigh cuts. It's very strange. Then his feet just move forward and back. They don't have any pivot or anything. So, but it's surprisingly good. I actually like this figure quite a bit. All right, moving on. Next, we will look at Sonic, of course. Sonic is pretty similar to the rest of the Jakks Sonic 4-inch line in terms of articulation and whatnot, but I think they did a great job sculpting this. This looks great. They sculpted all the hair in, it's very much it's the movie version. Again, these are $10 figures, so there's going to be, some kind of issues, like, I guess, where this came off the mold or whatever. It's not perfect. Paint's not perfect, but it's really solid again for a $10 figure. So I really do like this. Instead of a fist, though, we are getting 2 open hands, where the other versions we got that fist, or one hand is a fist and one's open. And then for articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so you get around and a little bit of actual tilt in this, just because he's got like a thinner body, I guess, so you can get a little teeny bit of tilt in there. Not really much though at all. Arms do go up past 90 degrees. They do go all the way around. There's a single jointed elbow. That's very tight, and that's about as far as it goes in. He spins at the elbow. Then at the glove, it just spins. It's on a ball joint, so you get a tiny, tiny bit of up down, but not really much because the way it is. Then at the legs, they go forward a little bit. They do go back. They spin at the top. He has a single jointed knee. Only goes about that far back. And then at the feet, he goes forward, he goes back, and it's on a ball joint, so you get all that range of pivot motion too. All right, now moving on. Then you got Tails, who I love. I think is super cute, very tiny, or very small, especially compared to the rest. My biggest problem with Tails is that he just does not stand. Not even a little bit. I mean, if you get him to... Oh, also, the tail does fall out. It stays in there, but it seems to kind of loosen a little bit and then fall out. I guess you can probably get him to stand if you lean him forward, but then he just looks really silly just leaning forward like that. So if you want him standing normally, he will not stand, which sucks. But paint apps are fine. That they got the white on the chest. Eyes look really good. It's just very, very well sculpted. Again, with all the hair to really show that it is the movie version, which is really well done. I think they did such a good job with the designs, honestly. If they had gone with that old Sonic design, these movies would have just flopped. Then for articulation, pretty much the same as Sonic. Head moves a little bit. Again, just on a ball joint around. Arms go up, they go around. Bends at the elbow. Oh, there goes the tails. He spins at the elbow. He spins at the wrist. Again, it is on a ball joint, so you get a little bit of motion around. Legs go forward. They go backwards, although the tails do hinder that. It goes to the side. If you want to spin, he does spin at the top of the leg. He has a single jointed knee. And then at his feet, he goes forward, he goes back, and it is on a ball joint just like his gloves. And last, we have the Fightin' Freak Knuckles, and he looks fantastic. I really like this figure a lot. Definitely the biggest figure of them all, although Eggman's a little bit taller. He looks really, really cool. I do like how the other figures seem to scale, but not with, not with Robotnik, but that's okay. Again, sculpting looks fantastic. Eyes look great. I do like how the white on his fur is actually just like one coat. So it kind of just looks more like the fur, and it's not just completely white. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. It's a bit more of a faded look. Shoes look great on this one. The shoes look fantastic. I think they did a great job with the shoe paint and the sculpting. There's actually a little bit of sculpting, like line work in the shoes. Brings out a lot of detail in there. That's really, really cool. He's got, his Legos on the top or whatever those are. Then for articulation, his head does move. It's on a ball joint, but because of his quills, you're not really going to get almost any motion at all out of that. Forward, back, up, down. It's on a ball joint. So, and the arms do go only up to about that far because, again, the quills get in the way. They can move all the way around, but the quills, once again, get in the way. He has a single jointed elbow, only goes about that far. He spins at the elbow. Then he spins at the wrist, and they move on a ball joint, so you get a little bit of around as well. Legs go forward. Legs go back. He spins at the top. Single jointed knee. Then spins at the feet. Goes forward, goes back a little bit. There's a little bit more foot motion on this one, just because I think he has a little bit more room in, like, I'm going to call this the sock, or the ankle portion of the boot. I don't really know. A little bit more room there, so you do get a little bit more motion, and he does have the pivot. Alrighty, so Sonic is just about at the 4-inch mark. Tails is just about at the 3.5-inch mark. Knuckles is about at the 4.5-inch mark, and Dr. Robotnik is about just 4 3/4 inches tall. Here they are next to the SH Figuarts Super Mario. Here they are next to the McFarlane Toys Geralt from The Witcher. And I'll be completely honest, I feel like this is pretty close to being accurate. Maybe the 7-inch scale might be the right scale for humans, at least amongst these guys. So this might be the right scale if you're going to put them with humans. And here they are with the Marvel Legends Gibbon. Alrighty, so overall, I really, really, really like these figures. I think they are fantastic. They're perfect at that $10 price point. I really, really love what Jakks is doing. I'm really hoping we get some more figures in the movie line. Maybe I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen the movie. I don't really know if I can say things that have happened in the movie yet, but I would love to see some other things from the film. I know we just got a 3-pack of Sonic in some costumes that were in the movie, which I have as well. So I'm excited to open that up. So these are just fantastic. My only problem with this completely is just Tails doesn't stand. I don't know how you can fix it, especially at this price point. I mean, you could use maybe a lighter plastic. What do I don't know. Also, his tail kind of tends to, like I said, fall out. Literally the only problem I have. They're great otherwise. Even like the likeness for Jim Carrey is just like surprisingly really good. Anyway, if you like this review, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out my Instagram. It's at Craig Stuff. Check back every Friday at noon for brand new videos. I will see you guys next time. Gotta speed up!